In this segment of this episode, we're going to talk about expectations. Expectations that, when not properly understood, can break marriage through relationships. Marriages don't function properly because we have mismanagement of expectations. We're going into marriages expecting two different opposing ideas. Some of us, we know who we are dealing with before we got into the marriage. And we believe at some point during the marriage, I'm going to change him or I'm going to change her. You get what you deserve. What you see now is what you're going to get. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any worse. You see the signs, so you got to manage those expectations. So now let's talk about, this is a general principles, what women expect in marriage. For we believe, I believe, and I've said this before, that there is no disappointment where there is no expectation. So your expectation has to be consistent with your input. Now, what do women expect in relationships? Generally, I call it PIP. I call it a PIP game, PIP. In Florida, we have what we call the personal injury protection. So this is your personal injury protection, young man. These are what women want in relationship. A provider, number one. They want intimacy and they want protection. You got to be able to provide. A woman needs to be secure. It needs to find somebody who will be a man who provides for her. What is intimacy? Intimacy is not about feelings. It's about setting the right environment for your woman. Intimacy is sensory and not physical. You have to follow the sensories of touch. A woman wants to feel your touch and feel like you want and admire her. You have to have the intimacy of sight. A woman wants to be sure that you look at her like she is, and she is the only one you look at. You have to have the intimacy of tastes. You have to have the right compassion and sense of communication and relationship with your woman. Women are conversational, and you have to be in that mindset. You have to have the intimacy of smell. You have to be drawn by her and she drawn to you. And you have to have the intimacy of hearing. A woman wants to feel like you're hearing her. Just listen. Sometimes all they need is for you to listen. So intimacy is very important. Intimacy is not just physical, it is sensory and sensual. Then she needs to feel that you are a protector. Every woman needs to have a bright and shining armor. So that's the peep game. So what do men want in a woman? I call it care. I care. A C, a A, a R, and E. A man wants a woman that is chaste, a woman who he believes is for him and him alone. That's for most men. I don't know about those swinging and those other worldly men, but in terms of a biblical model, a woman who belongs to me and nobody else, a chaste woman, a woman who is attractive. Men are visual. I have to have my eye candy. I have to look. And my look has to be on my woman. You have to stay the way I found you. So attractiveness is very important. Respect. A man's pride is tied to respect. That's the oxygen that a man breathes. A woman who does not respect his man breaks his man. A man thrives on his respect and the affirmation that comes from his wife. Then E, the ego. You have to stroke his ego. That's the affirmation. You have to tell him he's the best thing in the world, even when you don't believe it. I know you believe it, but you have to believe it and let him believe it, that he is the king of your castle. I don't care how the world treats him out there, but when he comes home, he is the king of your castle. And you have to treat him as such. So the marriage is not broken because you are involved in building the marriage. So that is the level of expectations that comes with the marriage. I think it's important that we speak more about what intimacy is. Intimacy is not just sensual or sensory. It is really deep. It is about creating the environment for intimacy. It's not just physical. I know when we talk about intimacy, we think mostly physical. That's part of it. But it's creating the environment, the atmosphere, the vibe, the thing that makes it work. When we say touch, she wants you to feel her. When we say sight, she wants you to see her and to really see her deep within her soul. When we say smell, she wants you to be drawn to her. When we say taste, she wants you to talk to her. Not just talk to her, but talk with her. Let her know that you are appreciative of who she is. Talk with her, not talk down to her. And also, when we talk about hearing, she wants you to feel the vibe that she is the center of your attraction. You got to shut out every other noise. Give her your undivided attention. Look in her like you're looking in her soul. I hear you, baby. I can feel you, baby. You got to let her know without a shadow of a doubt that she is the queen and there is no other. So those are the expectations of marriage. We don't break relationships. Relationships break us if we don't get it right.